Hey everybody, welcome back to The Servant Hearted. My name is Victoria. I want to come on here and share a quick word that was placed in my spirit. I don't know about anyone else, but I genuinely love when you're seeking something, you're seeking an answer from the Most High, and He drops it in your spirit. Sometimes He may have you wait for the answer, and that's in His will. We may say that's just fine. I was gonna say that's just fine, but my flesh may not like that. But we know all things work together for the counsel of His will. But I love when He helps me out in certain situations I may be going through. And I think sometimes we often forget that He is a good Father. He is a present help in the time of trouble. And I just want to talk about the topic of perseverance briefly. Perseverance is something that many believers say a lot. Say, I'm persevering, I'm pushing through, despite hardships, despite what's coming my way. But do we actually do that? I believe that many believers confuse perseverance with getting by. We have to understand that many believers often just exist and they don't persevere. They may think they're persevering because they didn't verbally throw in the towel yet, but your actions may have. And if you know anything, you know as a believer that your actions definitely speak louder than your words. And I know this because I believe in 1 Samuel chapter 15, Saul rejected God, but he never verbally said that. He never said, Father, I don't want to serve you anymore. But his actions did. If you don't know that story, I would suggest you read it. It describes how a person can fall from pride very easily. But perseverance, I looked up the definition, and it is persistence in doing something despite the opposition that you may face. And we have to understand that as believers, you are going to have opposition from the enemy. You are going to go through trials and tribulation one way or another. As soon as you got saved, and I always say this, you got a target on your back. The Bible says the devil goes around like a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. He's not going to let up. As long as you say you serve God, He's going to continue to target you. But it's up to you to persevere. But to persevere, you have to understand what that means. Because truthfully, I would say, oh, I'm persevering, I'm doing this by the grace of God. But what am I actually doing that? Do my actions show that I'm doing that? Because I can come to God and cry to Him and complain and just be upset about how certain situations are right now. But what am I doing through that opposition that I'm going through? Am I just crying? Am I just complaining? Or am I praying about it? The Bible says in 1 Thessalonians 5:17 that we should pray continuously. And the thing is this, even if you do feel weak, the Bible says my power is made perfect in weakness. So in reality, if you really want to think about it, you're never actually using your own strength. If the Bible says my power is made perfect in your weakness, does that mean that you are using your own strength to do what the Most High has told you to do? No. If you are using your own strength, you would fail each and every time. So what I must do as a child of God is use His strength when need be. I should allow Him to make up for what my strength can't. I think often in times we say, Father, you are a present help in the time of trouble. Do we understand that He's really given us the tools that we need to walk this walk out? To do what He has called us to do, to continue to do His will, whatever He may call you to do, despite what the enemy is throwing your way. I think that strength is a very great tool that the Most High gives us, His strength to do what we need to do. Why would we use our own strength if our righteousness alone is like a filthy rag before Him? Why would I want to use my strength to complete what He has told me to do? If I use my strength, I would fail. So that means each and every time that He has told me to do something, He is looking for me to look to Him to ask for His strength to complete this task. And if I use His strength, I should be successful every single time. And I would love to go to the man after the Most High's heart. in 1 Samuel chapter 30, verse 6. The Bible says, "Now David was greatly distressed, for the people spoke of stoning him, because of the soul of all the people was grieved, every man of his sons and daughters. But David strengthened himself in who? In the Lord his God." Did he use his own strength? No. And another verse I want to go to is 1 Chronicles 16:11. It says, "Seek the Lord in his strength, seek his face evermore." Am I seeking my strength in what he has told me to do? No. I find joy in that. I find joy in knowing that I can go to my Father because He's already given me the things that I need to complete whatever he needs me to do. It's up to me to be humble and say, "Father, I need you in this very moment. I need to seek you. I need your help. I need your strength to help me complete this task." And the last verse I want to go to, Psalms 27:14. I don't even have to turn to that. "Be of good courage, and the Lord shall strengthen your heart." So to persevere, I need strength, of course. But it's not my strength that I'm using. So since I'm using the Most High strength, I should be successful every single time. And we have to make sure as believers that we're not confusing perseverance with simply existing and getting by and complaining. Just because you're existing does not mean you're pressing.